This means you're in. Let's get started. Last year, I guess this means you're in. Let's get started. Last year, one of our clients contracted a certain Colonel Francis Waiguru to provide security for a mineral survey team in the Zandian Highlands. After reaching the site location, the Colonel massacred the team and resold the survey data to ZHG operatives. Our client is understandably upset and wants to send a very strong message to future contractors. One of our informants has spotted Waiguru traveling with the ZHG expeditionary force close to your position. Make an example of him. Our associates at Jericho Inc. and RSL have requested our assistance in eliminating a Dr. Emilio Tessinger, believed to be the fugitive Nazi war criminal SS Obersturmführer Otto von Krieger. A leading proponent of applied eugenics, Krieger is reportedly using the current conflict to continue his experiments on Zandian civilians, with financial support from ZHG. His mobile lab and a large ZHG security detail were last spotted in your theater of operations. Deploy as soon as your team is ready. You just ended a 53-year manhunt, Commander. Krieger has had this coming for a very, very long time. Our clients are pleased you got him before natural causes did. But the news that ZHG is investing in human genetic manipulation is disturbing. This isn't their style. I'll need to follow up on this. Monitor this frequency. We'll contact you when you're ready for your next mission. Echo out. We've got an internal matter that needs your attention. Oscar Ramirez, a former FARC commander. He specializes in freelance bombings, assassinations, false flag ops. He's been useful, but now he's become a liability. While completing an unsanctioned contract at the Rio de Janeiro Weapons Expo last week, this idiot killed 3 of our senior operatives. Our best guess is that this was a case of collateral damage. Too bad for him. We believe he's seeking asylum with a Zhengxi detachment camped at a local oasis. Retire him. The safety of our representatives is vital to our work, Commander. There aren't many rules in this business. Not touching Syndicate reps is one of them. No exceptions. Echo out. I hope you've rested up. We've got another job for you. An ultra-nationalist former Serbian infantry commander, an indicted Bosnian war criminal, Zoran Todorovic, is attempting to buy ZHG incendiary munitions for use against civilian populations in the Balkans. We do not need those kinds of headlines. He will be accepting the shipment at a desert rendezvous point near you. Take out Todorovic, neutralize the ZHG force, and stop the transaction. Post-op intel is in. That was a confirmed kill. Excellent work. If the public believes we can't keep the Zandian conflict contained, they may start using words like intervention. Some of these people vote at shareholder meetings, and that could result in unacceptable complications for our clients. You'll be getting full credit for this one in my report. Keep it up, and leave this channel open. Echo out. A new target just came in. Bertha Singer. Ms. Singer is a Canadian national, working with multiple relief NGOs in the region, at least according to her visa. Our sources indicate that she's using this as a cover to operate a large-scale network trafficking human organs to elite clients in less-than-legal research operations. Over the past few months, she's been developing strong ties with several Zhengxi-owned medical subsidiaries. I want to know why. Eliminate her Zhengxi contacts, gather as much on-site intel as possible, and put Singer down permanently. We're analyzing the data you recovered now. What a monster. We had no idea how large her operation was. Singer's network extended through every major conflict zone and refugee camp on the African continent. Women, children, whole families. We're showing hundreds of missing persons just in the past few weeks. The Syndicate is sharing her client list with regional law enforcement, but we'll need time to decrypt the rest of her files before we can find the Zhengxi connection. Excellent work, Commander. Cross-referencing the data you recovered from Krieger and Singer, came up with multiple ZHG matches, but the bulk of their communication points to one mobile number. Your new target is Dorje Getatsang, a militant Tibetan nationalist. He was disavowed by the Tibetan government in exile in Dharamsala after being linked to a biological attack in Beijing in 2017. He dumped a genetically modified strain of cholera in the water supply, killed 52 people. He must be desperate for sponsors if he's working with ZHG now. We've traced him to a nearby ZHG safe house, recover any data he's carrying, and eliminate him. Damn, Dorje wiped his phone before you got to him. Our recovery team is doing what they can. So far, all they've pulled is an encrypted file header. Something about a Project Torchlight? Mean anything to you? We're allocating more resources to follow up on this. If ZHG is up to something, our clients will pay big for the intel. Report to me directly if you get anything more on this. Echo out. Commander, we need to reactivate you immediately. We've got a high-profile extraction mission. This one's coming straight from Excelia Battlefield Systems. 3 days ago, Christine Quinn, daughter of Excelia founder and CEO Philip Quinn, was kidnapped by one Walter Radeski from a nightclub in Nice. No demands have been issued yet, but we believe Radeski is working on behalf of ZHG. They must be holding her hostage to pressure Excelia out of Zandian operations. Neutralize Radeski and get Christine back, alive. Our relationship with Excelia is at stake here, Commander. Good luck. We're still running damage control with Excelia, but you're off the hook. It appears Christine was dead for at least 14 hours before your forces arrived. This was never any hostage situation. The autopsy showed that Christine was missing brain and spinal tissue, none of which were found on site. It gets weirder. We finished decrypting the rest of the Singer intel. Radeski was a major player in Singer's organ ring. Before you took him out, he'd been supplying Krieger with working material and live subjects for months. But why target Quinn's daughter and then kill her? She's worth millions alive. How does this help ZHG? I have some research to do. Stand by for further orders. Commander, we've got a 98% DNA match on a hair sample from the location of the Quinn kidnapping. Birkan Talat, the former chief of security at Excelia's Izmir facility in Turkey. Last night, he boarded a commercial flight to Gaborone and was last seen driving into ZHG-controlled territory. He's spooked. I want him and whatever he knows. Get to him before ZHG does and bring him in for interrogation. Finally, something solid. Talat has confessed to giving Radeski information on Christine Quinn's movements by monitoring her Excelia security detail, and his banking records indicate large wire transfers from ZHG subsidiaries. It gets better. He knew details about the Todorovich weapons deal. Todorovich wasn't paying cash. He was trafficking human test subjects from the former Yugoslavia to Radeski to trade for the munitions. That links Todorovich to the entire trafficking ring, and all of them to Dorje Getatsang. Everything stops at Project Torchlight. What the hell have we found here? Commander, we've got an intel hit. It's thin, but it tops anything else I've got. Our source in Jiangxi has shared the route of a supply vehicle carrying a priority shipment from one of their bioresearch subsidiaries. It's marked office supplies on the manifest, but weighs in at over a ton. That's a hell of a lot of staplers for a combat zone, don't you think? This may be a link to our mystery project. Clear out the escort, stop the truck, and retrieve that shipment at any cost. We get one shot at this. Move out. Care explaining to me what the hell just happened? You neutralized the escort, you had a shot at the driver, and you didn't take it because of, let's see your report, a civilian in the line of fire? Look around. We're fighting a war. Casualties happen. Your orders were to secure that shipment at any cost. Whatever Torchlight is involves kidnapping and experimenting on civilians on a massive scale. Civilians who might still be alive, and you just blew our chance to find them. I covered for you on the Quinn fiasco. This will make two. Get your head right, or the next mission goes to someone who follows orders. Commander, can you hear me? Someone's trying to take down our communications. I've got alerts coming in from Brussels, Belgrade, Paris. The whole Syndicate comms network is compromised. Tracking signal source. Karachi, Johannesburg, Tunis. It's coming from inside Zandia. We have a positive ID, cyber warfare specialist Yoon Lee. Take him out now. We'll try to figure out... Okay. Communications reestablished. Good work. We're still assessing the damage, but it looks like you cut him off before he could get further than our comms protocols. I guess we struck a nerve. Lee doesn't come cheap. Has anyone tried to kill you recently? I mean, any more than usual? No offense, but that's what I would do instead of taking the Syndicate head-on. Someone must think you're more useful alive. Send in Lee's laptop for analysis and await further instructions. Jackpot. Lee's files were a goldmine. It looks like he did a little homework on his employer. He's got the coordinates of the ZHG facility we believe to be housing Project Torchlight, and their full supply records. Sedatives, surgical equipment, prisoner restraints. How much you want to bet that's where the kidnapped test subjects are being held? Move in, eliminate all resistance, and extract the civilians. Oh, and ID them. We'll send their families a bill later. Document everything you find, Commander. It's time we got some answers. Commander, are you there? It's Echo. I just got off the phone with operations. No one's holding you accountable for what happened. You didn't... There was no way you could have known. The tech team thinks ZHG had a dead man switch rigged to the whole site. As soon as your men breached the perimeter... Look, they're still going through the rubble, but there's not much left. With the intensity of the blast, it was unlikely the test subjects felt any pain, if there were even any still left alive. I'm suspending operations until further notice, Commander. Come back when you're ready. Echo out. Commander, come in. Commander, if you're there, acknowledge now. A large Zhengxi assault force is assembling at a staging area near your base. Their commanding officer, General Zhang Mai, has been brought in from Hong Kong to lead this one personally. This guy is a machine, Commander, undefeated in the field. Our attack projections indicate you will not be able to resist a combined attack once his forces are in position. Your only chance is a preemptive strike. Hit his forces now and hit them hard. That was the last of them, Commander. All surviving enemy forces are in full retreat. General Zhang Mai was one of ZHG's best. If they were willing to risk him in a field operation to take you out, they've got a lot more to hide than that one facility. Look, I'm getting a lot of pressure from the board to cut our losses on this, but I promise you, this isn't over yet. We'll get these bastards. Commander, we've been assigned a new mission. We have reason to believe that ZHG is attempting to make contact with Mohammed Al-Tarem, one of the world's most prolific terrorists. This guy has been dodging drone strikes since 2006. He's well-funded and has close contacts with militant terrorist cells from Indonesia to Nigeria. We believe they're trying to use him to attack our clientele's business interests outside of Zandia, splitting up our security obligations. We cannot let this happen. Intercept and capture Al-Tarem at the meeting point before ZHG can recruit him. So far, our cleanup teams haven't been able to positively identify Al-Tarem's body following your operation. He must have slipped away before the attack. This is not good. With ZHG backing, Al-Tarem could potentially inflict billions of dollars worth of damage. The official story is that Tarem was neutralized during the operation. We need to keep this quiet. I'm requesting further orders from Syndicate headquarters now. I'll get back to you. Get ready to move. We found Al-Tarem. He and a handful of his followers survived your last attack and made their secondary rendezvous point with a large ZHG force in a village near your location. They're dug in and heavily defended, but they won't be expecting you. One more thing. Corporate has rescinded the capture order. You are to engage Mohammed Al-Tarem with lethal force and collect a tissue sample for DNA confirmation. Go put him down. Congratulations, Commander. Intel has confirmed liquidation of Al-Tarem and his top leadership, and all possible successors within his network are currently being monitored. Let's close the book on this guy. Echo out. Commander, Agent Black needs our help. He's been infiltrating ZHG posing as an informant since the Waiguru job. leaking them misinformation, sending us back key intel. He's pretty much the only reason ZHG hasn't pushed us out of Zandia yet. He's alerted me that his cover may have been compromised. His ZHG handlers have been quietly blocking him out of secure operations and limiting his movements. We need you to stage a targeted assassination attempt against him and his ZHG unit. I've posted a burn notice all over the Syndicate uplink, using one of our older encryption keys. Even ZHG should be able to crack it. Don't hold anything back, this has to look real. But Black must escape unharmed. We've been monitoring their comms chatter. Whatever show you put on worked. You're going to get a Syndicate commendation for this, Commander. Black put the whole Zandian op together almost single-handedly, and thank you. You're not the only one Mr. Black recruited. When he found me, he took me away from a very bad place. I owe you one. Commander, Agent Black has sent in new intel. Key management within Sharp & Myers have been working with ZHG for months now. Not surprising, a lot of execs didn't get their bonuses when the price-fixing talks with ZHG fell through last year. We've notified Sharp & Myers leadership. They're requesting that you handle this. The suspects have a meeting with their ZHG handlers coming up. Take out all ZHG forces and bring the targets in alive for interrogation. We believe they weren't acting alone, but they're not talking. Someone higher up has them very, very scared. Still, you managed to stop a corporate upset that could have cost our clients the whole country. If Sharp & Myers had switched sides and helped take Zandia, Australia and China would have had the minerals market cornered in a month. Commander, we've been seeing an unusual spike in ZHG activity in your region. Field reports mention a new ZHG commander. Caucasian female, no name, no records. She's a completely blank slate. But her performance is unbelievable. Whoever she is, she's a tactical genius. Her unit has taken out 11 contractor bases in the last week with an inferior force, and has some of our top combines running scared. All we have now is a call sign, Ember. Her forces are operating near your base. Take her out and report back. And Commander, I don't like this one. Be careful. This can't be possible. Yes, I know what it looks like. I examined the body personally. But there's no way that this Ember is Christine Quinn. We're contacting Mr. Quinn about having Christine's body, or whoever Rudeski killed, re-examined. But what the hell are we supposed to tell him? That we think his dead supermodel daughter was reincarnated as the next Erwin Rommel, so we killed her again? And listen to this. The autopsy showed that she was still breathing after sustaining trauma that should have killed her 5 times over. And her DNA workup, I'm sending it back. None of those results can be right. Don't do anything. I'm going to the board with this. Commander, change of plans. I've been ordered to relocate to Zandia to investigate the Quinn case. We've identified a ZHG site for my team to set up operations. Uploading coordinates now. Clear them out and I'll see you in country. It's about time I finally met you in person, Commander. It's not exactly the Hilton, but it'll work. RSL set up a command HQ. The rest of the team should be arriving. Commander, we're under attack. They're in the HQ.
Hey, big guy. I told you I'd be seeing you around. Commander, come in. You there? Echo's here. Say hello, Echo.
You.
Whoa! Now that's just the gunshot wound talking. Calm down. If we weren't friends, it wouldn't have been in the leg. Right now, we're all just talking, okay? See, this is why I never put her in the field. Okay, first things first. Despite an unhealthy level of curiosity and Echo's very negative attitude, you've both just done a fantastic job. Really. If you hadn't recovered Ember's body and contacted Quinn, I could have let things just play out. But whatever. We'll improvise. Now I've got some explaining to do, but first, it looks like we have some ZHG company headed our way. Commander, Echo is going to leave with me, just until we rebuild the trust situation. Could you deal with them?
You're holding me hostage?
You catch on quick. We don't have much time, Commander. Thanks for that. I'm not exactly ZHG's favorite person right now. I guess realizing they spent $2 billion on the Syndicate's little science project left a bad taste in their mouth. Whatever. Buyer's remorse. Oh, hold on. Echo wants to say something.
Kill him, Commander. His kids go to school at...
Okay, no more radio for you. Jeez. Anyway, while you two weren't supposed to get involved, I don't think I could have planned it out any better. Do you have any idea how long it would have taken me to clean up the evidence and witnesses you two just did in the last month? Well, hell, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? As far as I'm concerned, Commander, you're still on payroll. I've got a few odd jobs that need your attention. In the meanwhile, we're gonna see if we can't work on bringing Echo back into the fold. You're doing great. Just try to avoid any misguided heroics, and I'll be in touch with your next target. Commander, you there? It's time for a little housekeeping. Your target is Jacob Myers, majority shareholder, co-founder, and the Myers half of Sharp & Myers. He was the one leading the secret talks with ZHG, and with you taking out his inner circle, he's been forced to move up his timeline. Kill Jacob Myers now, before he links up with Zheng Shi. Oh, what about Echo? Don't worry about Echo. She's coming around. Just stay focused on the task at hand. Outstanding work. With Sharp & Myers sitting out Zandia, Zheng Shi would have had this whole country tied up in a few weeks, and we can't have that. You see...
Wait, so if all of this has been for our clients, then why were you helping Zheng Shi?
What? Our clients? No, forget our clients. To hell with the clients, okay? We don't want them to win either. And Zheng Shi's a bar, a hammer, a means to an end. God, how do you not get this? Look, the Syndicate's clients pay us to fight their dirty little wars, right? So if one side wins, the conflict is over. Get it? No conflict, no business. We don't make money by winning wars. We make money by making sure they don't end.
Okay, so we're playing our customers. I can live with that. But illegal bioweapons research? If the public ever knew, our partner PMCs would...
They won't. And bioweapons? Please. I could whip up a batch of anthrax in the bathtub. No, our business doesn't need another sledgehammer. What we need is a better scalpel. Come on, you already met Ember. Not bad for a prototype, right? And just wait until we find a candidate for the Mark II series. Stay with me now, we're on the home stretch. Zheng Shi had the resources to develop Torchlight without getting the Syndicate involved. But now it's time to cut the cord. When I approached ZHG to sell them the data behind the project, their head of military research, Victor Wu, oh man, he couldn't jump fast enough. Genetically engineered super soldiers that can look like anyone? Forget it. He took sole control of the whole project, buried it within his division, and kept his partners in the dark on the whole thing. Now, thanks to you, just about everyone with knowledge of my involvement in the project is no longer with us, except Victor. Kill him, and that about wraps up our business with ZHG. Let's bring Torchlight back home. Fantastic work. I think you've earned a little something extra for that one.
Why are you helping him, Commander? If he was going to kill me, I'd already be dead by now. We didn't sign up to be a part of this.
A little late in the game to take the moral high ground, don't you think? What, so targeted assassinations are fine, but you draw the line at human experimentation? Please. Don't kid yourself, friend. You've been involved since you took the first payment. Tell you what, I can see you're still processing all this. I'll just leave your compensation right here for now. If you accept it, come back and see me and I'll fill you in on the whole project. Promise. Let's work out a way for everyone to come out on top. Great. You're back. Well, where do I start? Project Torchlight. It's about 80% old aborted DARPA research into human augmentation. About a dozen programs in one, really. improved mitochondrial performance, accelerated blood coagulation, memory implantation, enhanced cognitive processing, and hypermetabolic cloning. The US went as far as they could go without messy human trials. We just kind of picked up where they left off. Oh, check the monitor. That guy look familiar? Pretty cool, huh? We used Muhammad Al-Tarem's DNA as a template and set a new record. Cotton swabbed a Gerber baby in 1 week. Junior here is stronger, tougher, and capable of being imprinted with whatever skill set or identity we choose. I stashed him in a ZHG field hospital before dropping my cover. As our friend here represents a substantial investment, I'll need you to go retrieve him for me so we can imprint him. Oh, and Commander, no survivors, please. Glad to have him back. We've got big plans for the big guy here once he's finished imprinting. Right now he's a little, well, drooly. I gotta say, I'm getting the feeling that you're a team player, Commander. With your help, Torchlight can place operatives in every border conflict and resource scramble on the globe. And guess who they'll answer to? Hell, can you imagine the bidding war once we put them on the market? Commander, you could be a big part of this. Like I told you from the beginning, there's always room in this organization for performers.
Commander, you don't have to do this. Go to the board, go to Philip Quinn, anyone, before it's too late. You've been manipulated. You're a soldier, you're not a murderer. Ah! What did you do to me?
Easy. Just took a little DNA sample. You know, this would have been easier if you'd cooperated.
No, you bastard!
Well, it's a shame Echo didn't see things our way. I hate to split up a team. But the good news is, she made one hell of a template for the Mark II series. And with the new imprinting protocols we perfected on Al-Tarem and her bold new hairstyle, I'm not even 100% sure I could tell them apart. Still, we can't have two Echoes running around, and I'd never use a weapon that hasn't been tested under battlefield conditions. So, time for a little field test. You know her pretty well by now. Let's see if you can spot the difference. I'm setting them both up in a safe house in ZHG territory. If you save her, we'll see if we work something out. But remember, only one can come back alive. This should be interesting. Well done. I guess we still have some tweaking to do. I have to ask, how could you tell? It was the eye pigmentation, right? Yeah, we're still having problems with that. Wait, you didn't know, did you? So you just guessed? Ballsy. Well, we're still running the DNA match. Tell you what, if you pass one last test, maybe I'll throw in the results for free. We'll call it a package deal. Man, you're even colder than I thought. Well, I think it's safe to say you aren't afraid of taking risks, but let's talk about your future. You're one of the best the Syndicate has, and I want to bring you in. That means full Syndicate representative status, career track to the board, money, stock, you name it. We need people who can do what needs to be done. Oh, there is just one last little thing. Your men. Unfortunately, they've seen a lot on these last few operations, and you know how enlisted men talk. For what comes next, we're gonna need to start with a clean slate. There's a regional ZHG headquarters not far from you, very heavily defended. Launch a full frontal assault. I'm sure there will be unfortunate casualties. I know it's tough, but you have to really want this, Commander. That couldn't have been easy, Commander. But hey, you deserve this. Let me just say how proud I am to have you on board. See your signing bonus? That's yours. And in that envelope, you'll find the identity of the Echo you brought back from the field. Go on, take them. But once you do, there's no going back. You'll have to own everything you've done and everything you will be asked to do. Now, I'm required by Syndicate policy to give you one last chance to walk away. No harm, no foul. You keep what you've earned so far, and we won't kill you unless you give us a reason to. Or, you can take the money. We both know it wouldn't be the first time.